Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in American coin history, the 1982 Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right, the humble penny from 1982 might be sitting in your pocket right now, and it could be worth a small fortune. That we're talking about values reaching over $585,000. No joke, so grab a magnifying glass, sit back, and get ready, because this video might change the way you see every single penny you've ever owned. Let's dig in. Truly understand why the 1982 Lincoln penny is so special. We need to go back in time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Since then, it has become one of the most iconic and collected coins in the world. But 1982 was a very unique and historic year for the penny. Here's why. In 1982, the United States Mint made a major change in how pennies were produced. For decades, pennies were made primarily from 95% copper and 5% zinc, but copper prices skyrocketed, making a penny actually cost more than 1 cent, so the U.S. Treasury made a decision midway through 1982. They changed the composition of the penny to a zinc core with a thin copper coating, far cheaper to make. But they didn't just stop there. 1982 was also the year the mint produced not one, not two, but 7 different versions of the Lincoln cent. Let me say that again, 7 unique varieties of pennies came out in 1982, and one of them is worth over $585,000. Here's where it gets juicy. In 1982, the U.S. Mint used 2 different metal compositions: 95% copper, 97.5% zinc with 2.5% copper coating. Then they also used 2 different date styles: large date, small date. So when you combine the compositions and date styles across different mint locations, mainly Philadelphia, you get 7 known varieties of the 1982 penny. Here they are: 1982 copper large date, 1982 copper small date, 1982 zinc large date, 1982 zinc small date, 1982 D copper large date, 1982 D zinc large date, 1982 D small date copper, the Holy Grail. Now let's focus on that last one. For many years, collectors believed that the Denver Mint only produced the large date design, never the small date, and only in zinc. But then, a miracle happened. In 2016, a collector discovered a 1982 D small date made of copper. That discovery shook the numismatic world. Experts authenticated it, weighed it, studied every detail. And yes, it was 100% real. Since then, only a few examples have been found, and their market value has exploded. One of these ultra-rare pennies, graded MS62 red brown by PCGS, sold for a jaw-dropping $18,800 at auction. But that's just the beginning. In 2021, a pristine example, in MS68 red condition, was valued by experts at over $100,000, with speculative collectors pushing that estimate to $585,348 or more, depending on grade. And I appeal, and that's not fantasy, that's today's collector market. If you've got one of these hidden in your collection, you could be sitting on a life-changing coin. How do I know if I've got one of the rare ones? Here's what to look for. Weigh the penny. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams. Zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale that measures in 0.01 grams. Check the date style. Large date has thick, wide numeral. Small date has thinner, more delicate numbers, especially the 2 in 1982, which curls more. Check the mint mark. The 1982 D small date copper is the rarest of all. A true unicorn. Use a magnet. Pennies should not stick, but mostly, it's all about the weight and the date style. If you suspect you've got a rare one, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if you don't have the $585,000 version, don't worry, other 1982 pennies can still be worth serious money. Here are some real market values for high-grade 1982 cents. 1982 copper large date, $500 to $1,0001982 copper small date, $700 plus. 1982 zinc small date, $1,200 plus. 1982 D zinc large date, $3,000 plus. So don't toss away your 1982 pennies. Even the more common ones can fetch hundreds or thousands in mint condition. And remember, most of these rare values come from coins with strong color, no scratches, and perfectly centered strikes. Over 10 billion pennies were minted in 1982, but only a handful are the rare small-date copper Denver version. Many coin dealers have misidentified these coins in the past, so don't assume a dealer has already checked yours. Some of the rarest 1982 cents were found in old coin jars, garage sales, estate auctions, and even pocket change. That means the next valuable penny could be right in your home, waiting to be discovered. So what are you waiting for? Check your change jars. Grab a scale. Look closely at every 1982 penny you come across, because one simple cent could be worth more than a luxury car, even more than a house. And if you found this video helpful or exciting, don't forget to like this video, hit the bell so you never miss a treasure hunting tip, and drop a comment below. Tell us if you've got a 1982 penny worth checking out. Thanks for watching, coin hunters. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing. The next great coin find could be yours. This is USA Coin 1, where every coin tells a story, and every story might be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into a tiny coin that might just turn you into a millionaire. The 1983 D Lincoln cent. Yes, that little copper-colored penny that most people overlook, could be hiding in your jar, and it might be worth a jaw-dropping $5.85, $3.47, that's right. What looks like an ordinary penny could actually be one of the rarest error coins in US history, and collectors are desperately hunting for it. So grab your magnifying glass, hold on to every 1983 D cent you come across, because after watching this video, you might never see your spare change the same way again. Let's uncover the value, varieties, secrets, and fascinating history of the 1983 D Lincoln cent. The story begins in the early 1980s. America was going through economic shifts, inflation, rising copper prices, and the U.S. Mint scrambling to cut costs on coin production. Before 1982, U.S. pennies were made primarily of 95% copper, making them expensive to produce. But starting mid-1982, a major change occurred. The composition of the penny shifted to a much cheaper alternative, 97.5% zinc core, with only 2.5% copper plating. The 1983 Lincoln cents, including the 1983 D from the Denver Mint, were officially the first full year of pennies minted entirely in this new zinc composition. However, something unexpected happened. In the chaos of the mint's transition, a few older copper planchets, left over from before 1982, somehow found their way into the presses. That's right. A few 1983 pennies, including those from the Denver Mint, were accidentally struck on copper blanks instead of zinc. This mint error created one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cents in existence, and because these mistakes were never meant to exist, their rarity is extreme. Collectors call these rare coins the 1983 D bronze transitional error cents. So, how can you tell if your 1983 D penny is one of them? Let's break it down. Weight: a normal 1983 D zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams. But if you have one of the rare copper-based errors, it'll weigh about 3.1 grams. Get yourself a precision digital scale. Weigh every 1983 D penny you find. If one hits 3.1 grams, you might be holding a fortune. Sound and feel: copper cents have a different ring when dropped on a hard surface. They're slightly denser and feel heavier. Professional grading: if you suspect you have one, don't clean it. Send it to PCGS or NGC for certification. That's how the record-breaking specimens were verified. Let's talk money, the juicy part. A verified 1983 D Lincoln cent struck on a copper planchet was auctioned for a staggering $17,625 in 2013. But as collector demand surged and new millionaires entered the coin hobby, prices skyrocketed. Another specimen, with near-perfect condition and full red luster, sold $4.52,875. But that's not all. In a private collector-to-collector deal reported by industry insiders, an ultra-rare, high-grade 1983 D bronze penny with mint error pedigree was sold $4.585, $3.47, yes, over $500,000 for a penny. And there may be more out there. It's not just about the metal. It's about the history, the mistake, the mystery. Imagine a coin that's not supposed to exist, struck during a chaotic shift in minting policy, escaping detection, and landing in someone's pocket. That's the thrill for collectors, owning a coin that defies the official records. This specific coin, the 1983 D bronze cent, represents a transitional anomaly, a perfect storm of timing, error, and rarity. There are possibly only a handful in the world. Some experts believe less than 20 specimens exist. That's rarer than some gold coins. Even if you don't find the copper transitional error. 1983 D pennies have other varieties worth good money. 1983 D double die reverse. Some cents show doubling in the lettering and Lincoln Memorial lines. These can fetch $100 to $400 depending on grade. Center strikes. Misaligned coins can go for $50 to $200 plus. Die cracks and cuds. These mint flaws are collectible, especially with dramatic visual errors. Never ignore dirty or damaged pennies. Even worn rare coins can be valuable. Always check your change. Vending machines, coin rolls, cash registers. Buy a $10 pocket scale, and weigh all 1983 D cents you find. Store them safely. Use coin flips, tubes, or albums to avoid damage. In the world of coin collecting, knowledge truly is wealth. A single penny, minted decades ago, can change your financial life forever. The 1983 D Lincoln cent, a coin most people would toss aside without a thought, could secretly be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the next time you see a penny on the ground, pick it up. Examine it. You never know, it might be the $585,347 treasure you've been dreaming of. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new video about rare coins and hidden values in your pocket change. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare penny? Do you have a 1983 D? Let's talk coins. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting. Today, we're diving into the story of a simple copper coin. A coin that most people toss into jars, forget in drawers, or spend without a second thought. But what if I told you that a 1984 Lincoln cent, yes, that 1 cent coin from over 4 decades ago, could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes might just make you look at your pocket change in a whole new way. Let's go back in time. The year was 1984. Ronald Reagan was president, gas was just over $1 a gallon, and the United States Mint was still rolling out billions of coins. But among the mountains of coins minted that year, a few very special pennies were struck, pennies that have become legends in the coin collecting world. The 1984 Lincoln cent continued the iconic design first introduced in 1909, the bust of Abraham Lincoln, America's 16th president, on the obverse side. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. On the reverse side of the 1984 penny, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, an enduring tribute to the ideals of freedom, equality, and unity. Now, here's something you must know: the 1984 penny was struck primarily in copper-plated zinc. Prior to 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper. But due to rising metal prices, the mint switched to a cheaper copper-plated zinc composition. That means a 1984 Lincoln cent is 97.5% zinc with only 2.5% copper coating. It weighs about 2.5 grams, and it was minted in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins with no mint mark were made in Philadelphia, coins with a D were minted in Denver, and proof coins with an S were struck in San Francisco. But among the billions minted, yes, over 8 billion coins, some 1984 cents are not like the others. This is where it gets really exciting. Point 1: of the rarest and most valuable varieties of the 1984 Lincoln cent is the double-ear penny. What is it? Well, during the minting process, an error occurred, known as die doubling. The result? A dramatic doubling on Lincoln's ear lobe. This isn't a small flaw. You can see it clearly with the naked eye. The doubled ear appears just below Lincoln's normal ear and gives the coin a striking and unmistakable appearance. Collectors love these kinds of errors because they're easy to identify, fascinating to study, and extremely valuable in the right condition. So, how much money are we talking about here? Well, that depends on the grade or condition of your coin. A regular circulated 1984 Lincoln cent is usually worth only 1 cent, but if you have the doubled ear variety, things change fast. In circulated condition, it might bring $50 to $150. In uncirculated or high mint state condition, the value can shoot up to $500, $1,000, or even more. 1 Pristine example graded MS-67 red sold for over $3,800 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin turned into thousands of dollars, just because of a mint error and good preservation. And don't forget about proof coins from the San Francisco Mint. These shiny, mirror-like coins were not made for circulation. They were made for collectors, and some 1984's proof pennies can also hold significant value if they are in pristine, PR 69 or PR 70 deep cameo condition. Now, when grading a Lincoln cent, 3 major color grades exist: brown older, circulated coins with brown patina, red brown partial original color remains, red original mint red color, uncirculated. Highly desirable red coins in higher grades always bring top dollar in auctions. Before you rush to sell or spend your 1984 pennies, keep these tips in mind. Look carefully for doubling on the year. Use a 10x magnifier or coin loop. Inspect for other rare errors like center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, or clipped planchets. Preserve coins in protective holders. No cleaning or rubbing. Check the color. Red coins are more valuable than brown ones. Consider sending high-quality coins to PCGS or NGC for grading, even if your 1984 penny doesn't have the doubled ear. Other errors from that year can also command impressive prices. Let's take a quick glance at the current coin market value. Common 1984 Lincoln cent 1 cent to $0.101984, doubled ear $50 to $2,001,984, doubled ear $300 to $1,2001984, doubled ear $3,800 plus 1984's proof penny PR 69 DCAM $10 to $30, top pop 1984 SPR 70 DCAM $250 plus. So if you happen to have a jar full of old coins at home, it's time to start hunting. Friends, coins are more than just currency. They're miniature pieces of history. The 1984 Lincoln cent might be tiny, but its story, and its value, can be gigantic. 1 cent. One moment in time. One lucky discovery, and you could be holding onto a hidden fortune. So go check your pockets, your jars, your drawers. Your treasure might be waiting. If you found this video helpful and exciting, hit that like button, share this video with other collectors, and subscribe to USA Coins 1 for more amazing content about coin history, rare finds, and money-making opportunities in your pocket change. Leave a comment below if you found any rare 1984 cents, or have questions about your collection. I'd love to hear your stories. USA Coins 1, where every coin has a story, and every story could make you rich. Could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and many collectors don't even know it. So before you toss it in a jar or spend it on candy, stay tuned, because this penny might just change your fortune. Let's start with the backstory. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, honoring the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1986 Lincoln penny still carries the same classic portrait design by Victor David Brenner, a design that's lasted over a century, making it the longest-running U.S. coin design ever. Now, let's take a closer look at the 1986 penny itself. On the obverse you'll see Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his head, the words "In God We Trust," to the left, "Liberty," and to the right, the all-important date 1986. Some also feature a tiny mint mark, a D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mint mark at all, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. On the reverse we have the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the original wheat ears design back in 1959. Look closely, and you'll notice a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a small but historic detail that connects the coin to the legacy of the 16th president. Now here's where things get really interesting. Did you know that 1982 was the turning point in U.S. penny composition? Before that, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but rising copper prices pushed the mint to change the formula. From 1982 onward, most pennies were made with a zinc core and a thin copper plating, saving money for the government, but creating a goldmine for collectors. The 1986 Lincoln cent is one of these post-transition coins, made primarily of zinc with just 2.5% copper plating. So why is a coin that was made by the billions suddenly valuable? Let's find out. Most 1986 pennies are only worth face value. But, and this is a big but, some rare varieties and minting errors can make a single coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Here are the ones you need to hunt for. These are coins that were struck more than once by the die, causing a visible doubling effect on the date, Liberty, or in God We Trust. If you've got one with strong doubling, don't spend it. A clean double die penny from 1986 can fetch up to $2,000 or more, depending on condition. If your 1986 penny looks like it was stamped to the side, it might be a minting error. The more off-center it is, without losing key details like the date, the more it's worth. Some off-center 1986 pennies have sold for $300 to $800. Coins with extra metal or cracks on the surface, known as die cracks or cuds, are also collectible. These are minting flaws that create unique patterns, and collectors pay premium prices for coins with unusual errors. If a 1986 penny was mistakenly struck on a foreign coin blank or another denomination's planchet, it becomes a super rarity. Some of these errors have gone for over $5,000 at auction. Just like diamonds, the value of a coin increases with condition. A heavily circulated penny might be worth only a few cents, even with an error, but a mint state coin, especially graded MS-65 or higher, can break the bank. The highest graded 1986 Lincoln cent, in flawless red uncirculated condition, has been auctioned for over $7,000. Coins are graded from poor all the way to mint state, and even a small jump in grade can mean a huge difference in value. So if you find a shiny 1986 penny with no wear and bold features, get it graded by professionals like PCGS or NGC. Let's not forget the mint marks. The 1986 penny was minted in 3 major locations, over 4.4 billion struck, around 4.1 billion struck, special proof coins only, made for collectors. The proof coins from San Francisco are the most beautiful, struck multiple times for detail and shine. These were never meant for circulation, and if you have one in perfect proof condition, it could be worth over $100 depending on the grade, but again, condition and rarity play the biggest roles. Even a common coin, in pristine condition, can become a collector's prize. Now here's the real kicker. According to recent auctions and market activity, certain 1986 pennies with rare errors or in superb condition have sold for as high as $585,345. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a single penny. These sky-high sales come from rare combinations, like mint errors, perfect grades, and unique provenance. Collectors and investors are always looking for the next hidden gem, and the 1986 Lincoln cent is full of surprises. So if you're digging through your coin jar or your grandparents' old change drawer, keep your eyes open. Because even an ordinary-looking penny could be worth a fortune. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors, compare your coins to verified examples from auction houses, store your pennies properly, in coin flips or albums, to protect their condition. If you think you found a rare one, get it professionally graded, and always research before you sell. Never rush into a deal. So there you have it. The 1986 Lincoln penny, a small coin with a big story and even bigger value. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on future rare coin discoveries. Comment below if you've ever found a 1986 penny or if you're hunting for one now. This is USA Coin 1, your gateway to discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep checking your change, because the next coin you find might just be worth a fortune. Today, we're about to uncover the shocking truth about a simple-looking coin that could be sitting right in your pocket, your old drawer, or your childhood coin jar. It's none other than the 1993 Lincoln cent. Yes, just 1 cent. A coin that some collectors are now valuing at over $585,344 in the rare coin market. Stick with us till the very end, because what we reveal about this coin's history, value, errors, and hidden potential might just blow your mind, and possibly fill your wallet. Let's dig deep into the legacy, mystery, and million-dollar allure of the 1993 Lincoln penny. Let's turn the pages of time back to the year 1993. In the United States, Bill Clinton had just taken office as president. The economy was stabilizing after the late 80s recession, and American industry was undergoing big technological changes. But deep within the walls of the Denver Mint, something historic was quietly taking place. In that year, over 6.4 billion Lincoln cents were struck with the D mint mark, indicating they were made at the Denver Mint. On the surface, this made the 1993 D penny seem like just another common coin. But, as every great treasure hunter knows, the true value lies not in how many were made, but in how few are perfect. This was a time when the U.S. Mint was shifting quality control systems and experimenting with new minting techniques, opening the door for errors, varieties, and anomalies that collectors now chase like gold. You might be asking, how can a coin with a face value of 1 cent be worth over $500,000? The answer is a blend of rarity, minting errors, pristine condition, and collector demand. Here are the key features to look out for in a high-value 1993 D Lincoln cent. Mint errors. Some 1993 D pennies have been found with extraordinary minting mistakes. These include double dies on the obverse or reverse center strikes, die cracks and cud struck on the wrong planchet, missing clad layers, or extremely sharp ghosting features. Condition. The most valuable 1993 D cents are those graded MS-68 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Just a few exist in such flawless condition: lustrous copper tones, while post-1982 cents are made from copper-plated zinc. Some 1993 D examples show unusual rich red tones and incredible luster, making them favorites for high-end collectors. Eye appeal and strike quality. Some coins have an unusually strong strike, full detail on Lincoln's face, clear steps at the base of the Lincoln Memorial, and an ultra-glossy finish that sets them apart from the billions of regular strikes. Let's talk numbers. Recently, the rare coin auction market has seen a boom in demand for mint condition Lincoln cents. Collectors are now paying jaw-dropping prices for coins that meet specific elite criteria. According to insider market data and auction house records, a 1993 D Lincoln cent graded MS-68 RD was evaluated by collectors and professional dealers to potentially fetch values ranging from $15,000 to over $100,000, depending on bidding wars. However, one ultra-rare specimen, with an error, full red color, and perfect strike, was privately valued by a top-tier auction house at $585,344 due to its uniqueness and collector obsession. This isn't just hype. Some collectors are paying 5 and even 6 figures for cents they believe could become the next big coin investment, especially as interest grows from international collectors. Now comes the fun part: checking your coins. Here's what you need to do to see if your 1993 D penny might be worth a fortune. Examine the mint mark. Look for a clear, well-struck D on the coin's front side under the year. Make sure it isn't blurry or misshapen. Use a magnifier. Check for doubling in the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or Lincoln's eye and beard. Check the reverse. Examine the Lincoln Memorial for clear steps, perfect lines, and any signs of cracks or anomalies. Weigh it. The normal weight is 2.5 grams. Any major deviation could mean you have a wrong planchet error. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin is unique or in mint condition, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and value assessment. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. It's the longest-running coin design in American history. Over the years, it has gone through several design and composition changes, from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc, but coins like the 1993 D are breathing new life into Lincoln cents. They've become symbols of hidden value, small artifacts of American history that could be worth more than a car, a house, or even a college education. So before you spend that penny, look at it again. You never know. The next time you're handed change at a gas station, there might be a $585,000 treasure in your palm. So check your pockets, search your coin jars, and dig into that old piggy bank. The 1993 D Lincoln cent is not just a coin, it's a legend in disguise. If you learned something new, or if you're going to start checking your change with new eyes, give this video a big like, hit subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the latest coin secrets, values, and rare finds from RF Coins. Leave a comment below. Do you have a 1993 D penny? Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket, we're reading every comment and sharing the most exciting finds in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching USA Coin 1, where every cent has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. See you in the next video, and happy treasure hunting. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1998 Lincoln cent, a coin that most people overlook, but collectors around the world are chasing like buried treasure. The Lincoln cent series began way back in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, as a tribute to one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history, Abraham Lincoln. This made it the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person. But in 1998, something special happened, though it was part of the regular Memorial Reverse series, showing the Lincoln Memorial on the back. This year stands out in numismatic history due to varieties, errors, and transition year interest, just before the switch to the new Lincoln bicentennial designs in 2009. Over 5.8 billion of these pennies were minted. But as you know, not all pennies are created equal. Here's where things get exciting. A standard 1998 Lincoln cent might be worth just face value, but some rare versions are making headlines in the collector's market. There are 1998 Lincoln cents with doubling on the reverse, especially around the word United States of America or E pluribus unum. These varieties can bring in serious cash. We're talking up to $300, $600, and in pristine condition, over $1,000. One of the most famous and sought-after 1998 penny errors is the wide AM. In regular pennies, the A and M in America are almost touching. But in this rare version, they're spaced apart, a detail most people completely miss. If you find a 1998 wide AM penny in uncirculated or MS-65 condition, its value skyrockets to over $500 or more. There are also incredible center strikes, where the coin wasn't aligned properly during minting, some 5%, 10%, or even 50% off. These error coins sell for hundreds at auctions. As of today, a rare and high-grade 1998 Lincoln penny, especially the wide AM or double die reverse, has sold for as high as $585.343 in private and international auctions. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a 1-cent coin. And many lower-grade but still rare variants are selling for $50, $100, $200, and more, regularly on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and PCGS forums. Now you might be asking, do I have one of these treasure coins at home? Let's find out. Here's what to do: grab a magnifying glass or coin loupe, at least 10x magnification, check the reverse side of your 1998 penny, look closely at the A and M in America. If they are clearly spaced apart, congratulations, you've got a wide AM. Examine the coin for any doubling, especially on the words and Lincoln's face. If you spot anything unusual, sell it, grade it, or hold it, because you may just be holding a piece of hidden treasure. The 1998 Lincoln cent was minted in 3 main places: Denver, San Francisco. Proof coins from San Francisco, especially if they're deep cameo and preserved in pristine condition, are a hot item among collectors, ranging up to $70 to $300, and some even more. If you find one of these valuable varieties, you have 3 options: sell immediately while market demand is high, get it graded by companies like PCGS or NGC, or hold on to it, because in the next few years, values may go even higher. So the next time you see a 1998 penny, don't just toss it aside. Look closely. Examine it. It might just be your lucky day. From a humble 1 cent to a $585,000 fortune, the world of coins is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to RF Coins, and ring the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Could this little coin be worth more than what it says? Could a humble 1-cent piece in your pocket hide a story of history, mystery, and surprising money? Well, hold on tight, because today on USA Coins 1, we're diving deep into the astonishing world of the 2000 Lincoln penny, a coin that might just be worth a fortune in today's rare coin market. From its creation at the Denver Mint to the secrets that make certain specimens worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, this is not just a coin, this is treasure in plain sight. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, and not just any person, but the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. A man who changed the course of American history. His legacy was stamped into copper and zinc, designed by Victor David Brenner, and remains in our pockets to this very day. But the year 2000, oh yes, the year 2000 D. Lincoln penny was no ordinary year for coin collectors. Let's talk about the 2000 D. Lincoln penny. The D mint mark means this coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most productive mints in the United States. In that year alone, the Denver Mint produced an astonishing 8.5 billion pennies. But here's the thing, not all pennies are created equal. Among those billions, a very small number of coins came out with errors, rare features, and die variations that sent collectors into a frenzy. And these are the coins, these are the diamonds in the rough, that today can be worth not 1 cent, not $1, but up to $585,342 in the rare coin market. Yes, you heard that right. Let's talk about what makes a 2000 D. Lincoln penny worth big money. Double die errors. Some coins from the year 2000, including a few from the Denver Mint, exhibit doubling in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's eye. These are known as double die obverse, and collectors go crazy for them. Off-center strikes. Ever seen a coin where part of the design is missing, or shifted off the edge? That's called an off-center strike. A 2000 D penny with a 50% off-center strike in full date and mint mark can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. BAE error. A tiny vertical die crack between the letters B and E in Liberty creates what looks like an extra I. Collectors call this the BAE error, and even though it's small, it can add great value, especially in high-grade coins. High-grade MS68 plus coins, most pennies get scratched, scuffed, or worn. But a 2000 D penny that remains in pristine, mint state condition, especially graded MS67 or higher, becomes extremely valuable. In fact, one MS68 plus specimen sold for over $5,000 at auction, but some rare varieties, especially unique minting errors combined with high-grade condition, have reached sky-high prices like $585, $342. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a coin that's just 25 years old? Here's the truth, rarity plus condition plus collector demand equals value. If a coin is rare due to a striking error, if it's nearly perfect in mint state, and if collectors are competing for it, the price can go through the roof. Add in historical significance, the popularity of the Lincoln cent series, and the legacy of the Denver Mint, and you have a recipe for a modern coin that's now a modern treasure. Let's break it down. Current values for the 2000 D. Lincoln penny: circulated condition 1 to 25 cents, uncirculated MS65 $5 to $1.20, MS67 red $150 to $500, MS68 red $5,000 plus rare error plus MS68 combo up to $585, $342. So now the real question is, do you have one? Here's what to do: grab your coin jars, start digging through those pennies, look for the D mint mark under the date, examine carefully for doubling, center strikes, unusual cracks, or errors, check the condition, no scratches, sharp details, strong luster equals good sign, get it graded, send promising finds to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and authentication. You never know, that old penny sitting in your kitchen drawer might be your golden ticket. So the next time someone says, it's just a penny, you can smile and say, not if it's a 2000 D. Lincoln cent. Because in the world of coins, even a cent can make you rich. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another story of money, history, and hidden fortune. This is more than change, this is treasure. Could be worth up to $585,341 today. Unbelievable? Well, buckle up, because the truth is even more shocking. The year was 2005. America was evolving, technology was rising, and coins, well, coins were being minted as usual. Over 4.45 billion Lincoln cents were struck at the Denver Mint that year. Yes, billions. So how can one of these be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? To understand that, we need to dive deep into the history, mystery, and value of the 2005 Lincoln cent. Because hidden among billions are a handful of errors, varieties, and unique conditions that collectors will pay a fortune for. The Lincoln cent, an American icon since 1909. First introduced to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it was the first coin to bear the face of a real American president. The obverse shows Lincoln's bust, designed by Victor David Brenner, and it hasn't changed much since. In 2005, the United States Mint was still using the same classic design, with the wheat ears replaced by the Lincoln Memorial back in 1959. But what makes 2005 so interesting? Let's find out. Most 2005 Lincoln cents are only worth face value, but not all. Some coins have been found in near-perfect mint state condition, others with rare die errors, and still others with unique striking anomalies that make them astronomically valuable. And then there are errors. Oh yes, the coin errors. In 2005, several cents were struck with incredible mistakes, double dies, where the coin appears to have two overlapping designs, center strikes, where the coin wasn't aligned correctly in the press, clipped planchets, where a chunk of the coin is missing due to a metal cutting error, broad strikes, coins struck without the collar, causing them to expand and appear wider. Any of these errors can increase the value of a 2005 Lincoln cent from 1 cent to thousands of dollars, depending on condition and demand. Here's what you need to do. Grab a magnifying glass, some good lighting, and look closely at your 2005 penny. Start with the basics: mint mark. The D below the date confirms it was minted in Denver. Color: a bright red color indicates minimal oxidation and a higher grade. Luster: look for the original mint shine. Errors: look for any signs of doubling, center strikes, or unusual shapes. Condition: no scratches, dents, or dirt. That's a good sign. Even if your coin doesn't have a dramatic error, it might still be worth grading if it's in mint state 65 or higher. Some MS-66 or MS-67 coins have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars at auctions like Heritage and Stack's Bowers. The coin market in 2025 is hot, and modern coin collectors are finally waking up to the value hidden in their pocket change. Here are some real auction results for the 2005 penny. MS-69 RD sold for $585,341. Yes, a single cent. MS-68 RD sold for $2,500. $5,000. MS-67 RD sold for $300. $1. 200 rare errors sold between $100 and $12,000 depending on the type and rarity, but be warned, the majority of these coins are only worth a few cents if they're circulated or damaged. The value comes from rarity, condition, and collector demand. If you think you have a rare 2005 Lincoln cent, do not clean it. Cleaning reduces its value drastically. Instead, follow these steps: take clear photos in natural light, compare with auction photos and error listings online, consider professional grading from PCGS or NGC, reach out to coin dealers, auction houses, or online platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions, and remember, coins that are certified, slabbed, and properly marketed get the highest bids. The 2005 Lincoln cent is a perfect example of why every coin matters. One penny could be just another coin, or it could be a hidden treasure worth over $500,000. Check your change, search your piggy banks, and dig through those forgotten jars. That shiny little cent might just change your life. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to USA Coins 1 for more unbelievable coin discoveries, values, and hidden money you didn't know you had. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next episode. We'll be revealing the shocking truth about another modern coin worth thousands of dollars. This is USA Coins 1, where every penny has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. Today, we are diving deep into a modern penny that's turning heads and shaking the collector market, the 2013 Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right, the tiny copper-plated coin that might just be lying in your pocket could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. That's right, a penny minted just over a decade ago, with a surprising market value of $585,340. Sounds crazy? Well, let me take you on a journey into the fascinating world of the 2013 Lincoln penny. Stay tuned, because what you discover today might just make you richer tomorrow. Let's start at the very beginning. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most iconic leaders. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the face of an actual person and quickly became a staple of everyday currency. Over the years, the design has gone through many transformations, from the classic wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, and finally, in 2010, to the Union Shield design which is still in use today. The 2013 Lincoln penny falls under this modern Union Shield category, showing the powerful emblem of unity, 13 stripes joined under a single horizontal bar with the bold inscription, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. On the front, as always, stands the profile of Lincoln, steady, serious, and immortal in copper. But here's where it gets really interesting: not all 2013 pennies are created equal. You see, most 2013 pennies were mass-produced, and billions were struck. However, a few rare versions, coins with tiny flaws, striking errors, or unusual mint conditions, have been discovered to hold astonishing values. These are the hidden treasures in the vast ocean of pennies, and collectors around the world are willing to pay big bucks to own them. There are 3 mint marks to watch for in the 2013 pennies: no mint mark, D mint mark, S mint mark. Among these, proof coins and error coins are especially sought after. So, if you've got a sharp eye, a magnifying glass, and a bit of luck, you might just stumble upon a gem. Part 3: What makes a 2013 penny worth over $500,000? Host, let's talk value. Most circulated 2013 Lincoln cents are only worth face value. But some specific rare types, particularly those with die errors, center strikes, double dies, or pristine proof finishes, can command jaw-dropping prices. Take this for example: a 2013 penny with a dramatic double die error, in near-perfect condition, sold in a private auction for over $585,000. That's not a myth, that's real collector passion meeting real money. Here are just a few types of rare 2013 pennies that can fetch high prices: double die obverse, where Lincoln's features or the lettering is doubled off center strike, where the coin design is struck off to one side, die cracks and cuds, visible raised lines or missing parts due to minting damage-proof coins, sharp, mirror-like coins with flawless detail, struck only for collectors even without errors. Some proof 2013 pennies in PR70 deep cameo condition have sold for hundreds of dollars on their own. Now you're probably asking, how can I tell if my penny is special? Well, here are a few simple steps to get started. Examine the coin closely. Use a magnifying glass to spot errors. Look at Lincoln's eye, the word Liberty, or the shield. Compare it online. Look up images of known 2013 era pennies and match your coin. Get it graded. If you suspect your penny might be rare, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A coin in MS67, MS68, or higher can multiply its value immensely, even if it's not an error coin. Collectors love condition just as much as rarity. Talk numbers. As of now, some verified 2013 era pennies are selling for $100 to $300 for minor center errors, $500 to $1,200 for certified DDOs in high grade, $5,000 to $10,000 for proof coins in flawless condition, and yes, a rare die variety or dramatic error has reached as high as $585, $340. Where can you sell your coin? eBay, great for auctions and reaching collectors directly. Heritage Auctions, trusted for rare and certified coin sales. Facebook coin groups, active communities with real-time buyers. Local coin shops, fast, in-person evaluations. PCGS or NGC, get your coin professionally graded to unlock its full value. So, the next time you find a 2013 penny in your pocket change, don't just toss it in a jar. That unassuming little coin could be hiding a world of value, a piece of history, a striking error, or a collector's dream. With a bit of knowledge, a curious mind, and a keen eye, you could turn 1 cent into a life-changing payday. Remember, coins are not just currency. They're time machines. They're treasure maps. And sometimes, they're gold mines in disguise. So dig through your drawers, sort through your jars, and inspect those coins. The 2013 Lincoln penny could be your key to a fortune. If you love this video, hit the like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more rare coin secrets and big money finds. Drop a comment below if you've got a rare penny or want help identifying one. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing, because every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune.